Are you affected by the pain of the world? A member writes, when the world is in pain and chaos ensues, and people are fighting and hurting each other, I expect people to handle each other with more care, to show more understanding, compassion, and empathy, and meet what's happening with love. But when people instead are more cruel and mean to each other, I feel heartbroken, defeated, and angry. When will people start caring about each other in the world and see our inherent connectedness? And it keeps me from wanting to keep my heart open because it doesn't feel safe in a world where the priority isn't to care and love each other. We start with where those words land in you, what happens in your body, what comes to mind for you. Is there an image, recent or old, which comes to you and impacts you? You expect it to be different than it is. Take a deep breath and know you can be with this for a moment. Even though I expect people to treat each other differently, and they don't. And it's really hard on me. I accept who I am, and I accept how I feel right now. So much pain in the world. Eyebrows, so much chaos. Side of the eye. People are fighting under the eye. People are hurting each other. Where's the understanding? Where's the compassion? I expected empathy and kindness. I expected love under the arm. And that's not what I'm seeing. And my threat sensors have gone on alert. Is this expectation helpful to me? What emotion are you feeling right now? Sadness, anger, grief, wanting to withdraw? Are there some have tos and shoulds that are coming up for you? Even though I have this reaction to people fighting and hurting each other, I might just happen to be a sensitive soul. I think I really do care. And this is really hard on me. Top of the head. The truth is, this is really hard on me. Eyebrow. I value safety and respect. Side of the eye. And that's not what everyone's doing. Under the eye. And my primitive brain has picked up on the threat. Under the nose. It's really activated me. Chin. I feel heartbroken and sad. The part of me that feels defeated. And I've got anger too. I wonder how I might be with this in a way that's more empowering for me and my heart. What are you noticing now? If your energy's coming up, I encourage you to go back to the beginning. Tap again. Listen to the words that were shared. Tap while you listen to them. Pause if there's a particular word. Heartbroken, angry, doesn't feel safe. Whatever it is, stop with that, and you could do like, it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe to me. It doesn't feel safe for me out in the world. It doesn't feel safe for me. It doesn't feel safe for me. Whatever it is, tap a round or two on that and take a breath and see if you can feel gravity working. I like tuning into gravity because it is something that we all share. Even when love seems to be absent on the planet Earth, gravity, this field, is something that we share. We're interconnected through it. This is a tender and honestly complex set of expectations. And they can be mixed with trauma, the trauma of seeing something happen, being up close and personal, so to speak, because it's on a screen that's right in front of you. It feels like it's right in front of you. And maybe for many of us, you've experienced violence up close and personal. For those people that care about expectations and tuning ourselves to be kind and connected, healing, well, things that aren't don't feel good. They come into our nervous system. What what can we do to be with that? And I know that every caring, hearty person that I know is with this. And the process of acknowledging the feeling, the mix of them, and regrounding, and then also feeling the power, starting with an agreement to yourself. What's the agreement that you would have in a world where there are people that are getting their needs met in ways that just, there's lots of power being thrown around. How does that feel to your body? If we don't acknowledge it, but we expect it to be different, we're not really grounded in reality. But we're also not grounded in reality if if we're not abusing ourselves, if we're being reasonably kind to ourselves, and that there are some people, maybe one, maybe two or three, that treat us with kindness and compassion, and there's a feeling of interconnectedness, even if we're not in sharing the same home. If there's any of that, I feel my agreement with myself is to not get so far extended out into the world that I'm not in touch with the reality of love and interconnectedness where it feels and can feel most vibrant. The people that I care about. That if I'm too far out there in what's happening in the world, that I'll bring myself back to what's true inside of me. Who do I find easy to be kind and compassionate toward? Can I be a little bit more compassionate toward myself. At any place on the earth right now, you could go outside of one home and be hit by a wall of heat and humidity or barren desert. In other places, there's ice. And that reminds my nervous system that there's no such thing as everyone. And the world is, right now, there are people celebrating the birth of their child with such joy. And there are people that are grieving. And there are people that are having an experience that they will remember with a smile for the rest of their lives, and people that will need our heart to help them heal from the experience that they are having right now, too. It's all of that right now, and now, and now. It's an act of vulnerable courage to be with this, to bring it back and perhaps close off a bit and then open up a little bit. And then take care of yourself and then open up to a small circle or one person. I really appreciate that you're the type of person that is with me and with this right now. I truly do. I'd love to hear from you in the comments or in an email. I'm Rick at thrivingnow.com. And thank you. Thank you for being on this journey of looking at our expectations and finding ways that we can be in agreement with ourselves and what's true to us, even amidst a world that has such vastly changing and dynamic and sometimes scary emotional weather. Bye for now.